US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was in China on a speaking trail over the weekend. She urged the Chinese to continue buying US treasuries and said that their economies were so intertwined that they really needed each other. The US has been a big buyer of Chinese products over the past few years, and their trade deficits have been lent by money funded by the Chinese. The Chinese currently own about $700 billion worth of US government debt. The stimulus packages in the US are going to need more funding, and this speaking trail was basically looking for additional funding from the Chinese, who will be looking to lend more money to the US. Global markets were rocked late last week on speculation coming from the US that they would need to nationalise some of their banks in order to get the financial system working once again. Equity markets were down across the board, especially bank stocks, which were pummeled. The speculated plan would basically involve wiping out existing shareholders' equity. The government would look to buy the stocks, recapitalise them by throwing money at them, get them working once again, and then sell them back to private investors down the track. This is some fairly extreme measures, although these are extreme times. The US is quite prepared to take any action needed to get their financial system working once again. In currency markets, the New Zealand dollar was trading at around 51 cents to the US dollar early on Monday morning. Some positive news for the agricultural sector was the news that New Zealand and India will begin negotiating a free trade agreement. India has a middle class of over 250 million people, so offers a big opportunity for us in our export markets. Although it may be a few years before negotiations are finalised, this is some good news for our rural sector, as India is well down our list of biggest export markets. Sheep meat is likely to be the biggest winner out of all of this, as they have been hampered by high tariffs over the past few years. On a more local level, sheep prices are still holding strong, although there has been a noticeable change to lower value products as price becomes more topical in these tough times.